worm gets the brain, and I'ma get it all.
And I've been waiting all my life just for this one night to show I can do it. So let's get to it. I got the heart of a champion. I got the heart of a champion. I got the heart of a champion.
Hello and welcome to episode 6 of Beacons 360, joined by men's lacrosse coach Tyler Lowe. Coach, a very successful season last spring. You guys finished with 12 wins, tied for the most wins. You bring back all 5 all-conference players, a lot to be excited for. With last season, you guys were able to really dominate the teams you were supposed to and really play some of the better teams tough. What was the biggest takeaway from you with so many guys coming back for this year?
Yeah, I mean, from last year, we definitely had a lot of guys who bought into what we were doing from a culture standpoint. Ability has never really been the issue for us. It was really guys kind of buying into what we're trying to do off the field, what we're trying to do in the weight room and in the classroom. So for us, we really had a group that found a lot of success in those areas. So that was a really important piece to it last year.
A big thing for your roster has just been turnover from one reason or another. With so many returners back, all 5 all-conference guys, what does it mean to have a Calvin Lee back, a Jack Dillon, back for year 2 where they already have that chemistry and they can start with a foot up on maybe some guys who came in and were only there for a year or 2?
Yeah, for us, I mean, a lot of it is about those guys helping to establish the culture. The less we can do as coaches in terms of holding guys accountable and the more those guys can do who have been there, who have played in big moments, who have won games, the more that those guys can kind of bestow upon the younger guys, the better off we'll be.
You guys had your alumni game a couple of weeks ago, a huge showing, guys who played back in the 80s and 90s, but also a lot of the recent guys. How much does their support and their encouragement go towards showing these guys what it means to be a Beacons lacrosse player?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. For us, we tell recruits all the time, this is a special place to coach, this is a special place to be an athlete, and a lot of that, in addition to the other coaches on staff, in addition to, the players on the team, for us, the alumni are really a huge, huge support system for us. They're the first guys to text us after wins, after tough losses. Again, they've been as excited as anyone to see our recent success. So it's been awesome to be able to get them out there and kind of say thank you for that.
Finished up fall ball a couple weeks ago. You played in your tournament. What were the positives coming out of this year's fall ball? I know you had a great fall ball last year,
Sure.
and then it transferred over, maybe
Sure.
an even better one this year?
Yeah, absolutely. For us, again, go back to what we talk about a lot. Fall ball for us is really about establishing culture, establishing expectations. Jeff's a huge reason for a lot of that culture change, especially in our program. So kind of getting them involved in the strength and conditioning piece as soon as possible has been very, very important. But again, couldn't be happier with the way fall ball is going and the group we have in this year.
Hearing about some very exciting new players. You
Sure.
bring 2 players from Onondaga Community College, one of the powerhouses up in upstate New York, a Salisbury transfer from Maryland. Who are some guys to watch out for heading into the spring?
Yeah, I mean, again, for us, we talk a lot about recruiting college-ready players. We talk a lot about recruiting guys that are ready to compete for time for day one. So for us, anytime we can bring guys in that are ready to push guys, for minutes right away, that's very, very important for us. I think what we're maybe most excited about this year is the ability for these guys to kind of contribute to the off-the-field components as well.
On a personal note, you got married this fall.
I
That's
did.
very special.
Yeah.
No time to really get into the honeymoon, but where are you guys headed when you have a little bit of free time?
We are headed to Aruba in January.
Congratulations, Coach. We
Thank you,
look
Seth.
forward to the season. It's not too far away. Practices start in early 2017. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Seth.
The 5-campus UMass system is the university that educates the workforce of Massachusetts. We recognize that we are truly here for a reason, and that recognition inspires us and drives us every single day.
What separates UMass Boston from other schools is the fact that a large percentage of students commute. For me, it takes 2 hours each day to go to and from school, but every second has been worth it because the students that come here are serious about learning, they value their education, and understand where it'll take them in the future. This is what UMass Boston means to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we are joined by junior captain of the women's hockey team. Big weekend this weekend, but we'll talk about last year. You guys had a great year. First ever conference tournament champion. Can you talk a little bit about your favorite memory from last year?
Yeah, favorite memory was probably the semi-win against Castleton, just because it was in overtime, and we really wanted to beat them, and winning in overtime was just huge and, really got us going and really gave us the confidence for that final win against Norwich.
So a great start so far. You guys are 2-0. Can you tell us a little bit about your trip to Pennsylvania this weekend?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun, and we hadn't gone to Philly as a team before, so it was nice going somewhere new. And, we came back with 4 points, so really couldn't be happier about that. That's exactly how we wanted to start.
So I talked to you earlier about this year's team, and you kind of talked about how much talent you guys really have and how deep you guys really are. How have you guys kind of gelled so far as a team on the ice with the couple weeks that you guys had to practice and play?
I think the biggest thing about that is, we've really spent a lot of time bonding together off the ice and really just right away. We got together the week before school started. Everyone got to know each other, and just right away we, formed friendships, and I think that really just transitions well to great chemistry on the ice.
Exactly, that is huge. And a big weekend coming up. You have 2 conference games this weekend. How do you kind of prepare for that, especially after going 2-0 and really starting off great?
Yeah, you can't really overthink it. You just got to keep working hard. We're going to work hard all week. We're going to try to, score a lot of goals this week in practice so we can get some more points. Last weekend we didn't really get as many goals as we probably should have. So just, not really overthinking it, just doing the little things, and we should be good to go.
So a big event this weekend. The men's and women's ice hockey team have their ring ceremony this Saturday here at UMass. The women's is at 1 p.m. right before their game. And have you really got to see the rings, or have you gotten your ring yet?
Yes, so our team got our rings. Ours were ready before the men, so we were kind of lucky and got ours the end of May, and we just really kind of wanted to get them out to everyone before we all left. So they're amazing. Don't have mine on today.
Okay, well, that's all right.
They look great, so we couldn't be happier with those.
Well, congrats on the hot start, and hopefully you guys keep it going.
Thanks, Steve.
Division III allows you to give yourself to other things.
Having that free time allows me to pursue the things that I want to pursue.
Division III athletics affords students the opportunity to, engage in the other interests in their campus and in their lives outside of that sport.
It allows you to just be able to do everything you want to do. I wouldn't change it for the world.
It's our final segment of Beacons 360, the play of the week. And what a play this was. A 28-second rally on senior night for volleyball against the University of Southern Maine. And fittingly, Julia Murphy finishing off, the senior setting another program record this weekend for block assists. Steve, it's a busy weekend ahead for UMass Boston, and it starts with the volleyball team looking for yet another title.
It should be exciting with all the seniors they have. I mean, this is their last go-around, and obviously they've dominated all 3 years they've been here. So it should be an exciting weekend, especially with men's soccer and the ring ceremony like we just talked about. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, we'll take you through the schedule right now before we go. Men's soccer Wednesday at 7:30. They'll take on Eastern Connecticut State, only team that beat them in the regular season. Maybe a little bit of payback in store. Women's volleyball gets their first crack on Thursday against an opponent to be announced. Saturday, we know we'll have hockey on campus. Women's at 1, men's at 4. We could have a volleyball championship at noon and a men's soccer championship at 7 o'clock. You can find it all on the Beacons Broadcast Network and LittleEast.tv. It should be a really, really exciting weekend if things go well.
UMass Boston is going to be popping this weekend, so it should be exciting, and Beaconville will be fun.
We'd like to give a shout out to our crew as always. Anthony Searles directing, Alex Carasoto on graphics, Rachel Maslak helping out today on audio. My name is Seth Orensky, joined by Steve Witkowski. 2 great guests today, Tyler Lowe of the men's lacrosse team, Maren Brown of women's hockey. Another really fun show here on the Beacons Broadcast Network.
Happy Halloween and stay classy, Beaconville.